Accordino's barbershop in downtown Warren, Ohio has been a destination for growth for the last 61 years.
Well, it means a lot to us. My father started this in April of 1964. And then I was born later that year. And the joke was that he needed a replacement, so that's why they had me. So.
Nick Accordino Jr. had a deep respect for his mother and his father being side by side with his dad for so many years. He looked at it as a gift.
I have two older brothers, and they would remind me how lucky I was because, you know, as a child, you go to school, they go to work, you see them for a couple hours a day, they go to bed, the same thing. But when you work with your parent as an adult, it's special because you learn things. And I would hear a story, and I called one of my brothers and said, "Did you ever hear this? You know, my dad said this." Or you really learned a lot, and you knew it was special. We got to do that for 5 solid years, and then he went part-time.
And part of the time, even while the Accordinos were growing up, time was spent in the garden.
This tree is designed to go straight up, about 4 feet wide and about 50 feet tall. But as you can see, I lost some. I'm having great flowers this year.
Yeah, you are.
Look at how beautiful.
Welcome to the garden that's been 61 years in the making.
My parents loved gardening. They love gardening. We have photos of my parents in as early as 1970 with half barrels. I mean, way before they were popular. And they would bring the seeds from Italy, grow their own plants, put their plants in, and then later grow flowers in. And they didn't even realize they were attracting, the pollinators. They just said they loved the way it looked, and they were getting that.
Right here in the middle of downtown Warren, Nick's garden is the talk of the town. He and his wife turned this historic site and building into an oasis of memories and love. The living space above the barber shop is now their loft that could make the cover of Architectural Digest. The view is ideal for gardening from above.
I usually average, I was telling Dave, one of my customers, that I average 3 to 4 people. They're either on a bike or they pull in or they say, "Hey, what's going on back here?" You know, stuff. And so my wife will stand up on the balcony and she directs me. She directs me. I want this over here, I want this over there. So
as we walked through the garden, it was clear Nick's passion for plants might be as strong as his passion for his craft.
These are all hot peppers here. Yeah, these are all hots. You have to separate your hots from your sweets because if not, they'll become medium.
This place evokes memories with each step.
As my parents got older, they didn't want to go on trips anymore or celebrate anything, but I noticed that every time they were at my home, they loved the garden. They loved the garden. And so I told my family, I said, I'm going to move the garden here. And we had like a 20 by 20 garden here. They loved it. I'd find them sitting out here. I said, "You guys watching the tomatoes or what?" You know, every morning I would come, pick something, bring it up. My mom would cook it, watch her grandkids eat it, and then tell them, "Your dad grew this, your dad grew this." So
inside the shop, Nick still cuts what grows, and he knows that this place and this career is thanks to a seed planted 6 decades ago.
The city of Warren has been fantastic to us. You know, you always hear rumors about, "Oh, I tried to start a business and they really didn't help me." My father told me when he was getting ready to open up here, they were working at night. He would work during the day, and then the carpenters, the plumbers, they were working at night. The city showed up and said, "How can we help you? What would you like us to do? When do you want to open up?" And the reward is we're still here. I mean, they were fantastic. They from the beginning.
Scan the on-screen QR code to see if Brightspeed is available in your area.